Namaste everyone. Let me tell you a story that the soil told to me about the soil and its friends. To be a gardener or a farmer who respects Mother Earth, you should be able to know about the soil and the microorganisms, the friends of the soil. To start off, we must understand that we are not different from the soil, the universe, or from the earth. Let us go back in time when Earth was just a burning piece of metal, composed of iron and nickel at its burning core. No life could ever dream of existing in an oxygen deficient environment. Changes in the Earth, the formation of the moon, the formation of tides, the rain, and the cooling process over billions of years started cooling the Earth. The Earth cooled and it turned into rust and solid rocks. These solid rocks, by years of weathering processes of wind and rain, turned into the soil. When we talk about iron, you must understand that iron is a core part of all life activities. Be it our blood, the heme in the hemoglobin is the one responsible for carrying oxygen to all the parts of our body, thus enabling us to breathe properly and be alive. The same iron is utilized by plants for photosynthesis, by which they prepare the food for themselves and for us. So iron is a very important part of our life. To the time when the first land plants came on earth, those plants did not have roots at first. When they came from the ocean, they had help from the tiny friends, the fungi, for absorbing these nutrients. And later, as time went on, they developed roots of their own. But they still did not forget their friends who helped them and are still helping them. As said before, the earth was an uninhabitable place, full of rocks and big mountains. The plants could not get the desired nutrients from these rocks and from faraway places. The soil was not that rich, and the fungi told to the plants, "Do not worry, we will help you guys." The symbiosis, the process by which both the organisms involved are benefited. We have fungi benefiting the plants and the plants benefiting the fungi. Slowly, the tides turned in the favor of our plants. The oceans and the land saw a lot of changes happening. Fishes, reptiles, birds, mammals, four-legged creatures, and then finally, the two-legged creatures. This marked a turning point in the history of time. The two-legged creatures were very different from the entire animal kingdom. They caused destruction to themselves and to the nature and to the Mother Earth, as well as the soil and its microorganisms. But there were people. Among them, among the two-legged creatures, there were noble ones. Their eyes were open. They saw the oneness in the different colors. They saw their self in others. They knew that we all bleed the same blood and are the children of the same soil. They began looking closer at the plants and the nature. They bowed down to the earth. They referred to the earth and the soil and its friends in many names. But all of them knew that there was much more than eyes could ever see. These friends of the soil, most of them can benefit. Most of them are very crucial to the development of plants. But there are some which are harmful to the plants. It is all up to you to decide which one do you want in your soil. First one is plant growth promoting. plants can give them signals so that the spores get attracted to the plant roots. There are mycorrhizae which exist inside the root as well as outside the plant roots. They have specialized roots of their own called hyphae, which can exist over kilometers if uninterrupted. These hyphae can reach over the tiniest of pores where the plant roots cannot reach and give the plants the nutrients and the water that they require. These mycorrhizae are destroyed when we plow or till the soil, when we move heavy machinery, and we burn the forests. If undisturbed, they have the power to bounce back to life. But all that is gone when we spray fungicides and herbicides and disturb the productivity of our soil. When we use chemicals to boost our production, these chemicals can in turn kill all the microorganisms. Once the naturally occurring mycorrhizae die out, the soil loses its vigor and slowly gets compacted into barren desert-like sand. When the plants signal the mycorrhizal spores, the spores reach the root area and they establish themselves, which starts up the supply chain. The plants give them sugars in exchange for the nutrients, water, and the immunity against other harmful fungal species. Thus, in forests, these mycorrhizae act as underground cables for transportation and communication. The trees talk to each other through these micro networks and support and can also suppress each other. It has been shown that the oldest and the largest trees, which are known as mother trees or hub trees, can pass on the nutrients and communication. This communication can be regarding a change in the pattern of the forest or regarding some pest which can attack and infect the trees. They can send warning signals to the young ones and take care of their young ones so that they can also grow well, just like we take care of our young ones. Studies conducted by Dr. Suzanne Simard proves this. The brilliant doctor and team were able to understand from DNA studies that the trees in the forest are connected via mycorrhizal networks. The cables, the underground cables and the roots of these fungi are connected to tree roots. Most of them in the same family can help each other in sending water and nutrients. They also can suppress the growth of unrelated trees, thereby promoting the growth of their relating trees. A common farmer can benefit from these mycorrhizal associations as well. When we use dry leaves, twigs and mulch with organic material in our soil, the mycorrhizae are boosted and they can grow well. In our garden pots, before planting a plant, we can put some organic material like dry leaves and twigs and fill up the pot with soil and then plant our plants, thereby enabling the mycorrhiza to grow well and help our plants, thereby becoming the friends of the soil. Two types of plants do not have any mycorrhizal associations. One is the cabbage family, the brassicas, and the spinach family, the chenopodias. We can turn the soil and plow the soil once or twice in a year. That is not an issue. But when we keep the soil uncovered, the sunlight can penetrate and kill the microorganisms, the friends of our soil. Thus, when you keep the soil bare, uncovered, unmulched, it's just like you are keeping the earth naked. When you keep the earth naked, she will wake up the wheat seeds, the grass seeds from slumber and hide herself amongst the grass and the green blanket. So if you are planning to take up natural farming, remember to listen to what your soil has to say, because the language of the soil is a language of the plants and its friends. Thank you.